So here we are to Lia's Lia Lapithi exhibit, Cabinet of Curiosity at the Cyprus Museum. The Cabinet of Curiosity, it's a 270 metal mechanical cabinet with 8 rotating shelves displaying 10 archaeological artifacts, real copies and manipulated from Cyprus, all used as props for a series of performing archaeology on video. Each of the 10 artifacts has its own narrative, which is exhibited on this stand parallel to this cabinet, and the rotating mechanical cabinet is so quiet I can't even hear anything. So what is a cabinet of curiosity? During the 16th century, the first collections of antiquities appeared in Europe, usually diverse collections of objects from different periods and cultures. The collections contained items related to fields such as archaeology, natural history, geology, and ethnography. The collectors, who belonged to the affluent classes, placed their acquisitions in the form of an exhibition in special rooms named Cabinets of Curiosities. Kunstkammer. Many of these collections form the basis for the creation of the greatest European museums, which sought to attract the interest of the public. Francesca Fiorani wrote in Renaissance Quarterly, the Kunstkammer was regarded as a microcosm or theater of the world and a memory theater. The Kunstkammer conveyed symbolically the patron's control of the world through its indoor microscopic reproduction. These cabinets serve not only as entertainment, but of the alignment of learning with entertainment, much like museums. Each owner collected his own individual version, so every cabinet of curiosity told a story not just about the world, but about the collector himself or herself. So in many ways, these dusty, eccentric, antique collections tell us a story that is startling mordant, that there is no singular truth about the world, just many different stories seen through many different eyes. The collectors mixed age-old artifacts with new pieces, a blend of fact and fiction, but each object had a story, a narrative. Lia Lapithi, this is me, I'm reading it in third person, creates her own allegory of the Cabinet of Curiosities, a mechanical system with shelves based on the idea of the paternoster lift, a kind of elevator with an endless chain that is constantly in motion, with one moving upwards and the other downwards. Archaeological objects, original and manipulated copies, are placed on each shelf. Each object has its own narrative in a video installation, opposite, as I said before. At the center of all these video performances are the daily human activities, given with humor and sarcasm, and a female theme centered in all its acts. The rotating cabinet can be compared to mechanical archaeological excavation, a test pit, which is dug methodically layer by layer, and its findings are carefully recorded, aiming at the identification evidence of past human activity. These excavated artifacts are then brought to the surface via an elevator, piled and stored on the shelves. Each shelf has its own archaeological video performance, interventions, narratives, interpretations, appropriated paths, resulting to an archaeology of performances. For it is no coincidence that archaeology today finds itself responding to various fields: debates on identity, meaning, politics, social anthropology, sociology, geography, history, linguistics, psychology. In all the choreographed parts, acts, and performances, there is a strong female theme. So it's about taking pleasures in small things, and these objects displayed are little fragments of our existence. Michel Foucault suggested that antiquity was a civilization of spectacle, whereas modernity is a society of discipline. Jacques Derrida and Judith Butler have further developed the concept of performativity, emphasizing its aspect of citationality. She argues that genders are shaped through performative acts. Both she and Pierre Bourdieu have emphasized the importance of rather unconscious routine daily practices that shape social relations. Under the influence of these theories, archaeologists have recently directed a significant effort to the study of ordinary, intimate daily practices of the domestic and ordinary. Selecting the archaeological objects, the stage set of a material culture. It is a private collection of myself in which I place on the shelves carefully selected and some reshaped small sculpture relics, props. A micro-theater, if you wish. What the audience eventually sees is the result of a long negotiated process selecting the archaeological objects the stage set of a material culture. Material objects are often components of theatrical presentation. They are traces of or props and attempt to create a relationship between the historical memory and the places connected to it, as tools that look forward to the future, yet to bridge the historical distance of the past. References to public rituals, ceremonies, and the daily, mundane daily. Material culture to generate meaning, and how different meanings are negotiated among participants rather than simply assume the preexistence of fixed meanings. The exhibits are 10. Stone and ingredients for stone soup, money bread, howling man, colonial tea time I call it, birds from the book Silent Spring, small head from the collection of Dimitri Kuroglu, a large head, an Aphrodite print dress, ironing boards with oil lamps, a baby bottle, mouflon beast with set of plates, he eats a burger on them, and a duck target.